K Love said, look at her, for example. She's not skinny though. She's not
No.
skinny. She's a model. If you go look at the average model, you'll see
You're
Aya.
gonna see, yeah. Then I look better than the average model.
Dang, what's up with the internet?
It's not working.
Internet acting up.
Yep.
Damn.
Is it on the right one?
Mm-hmm. Put it on the one. Mm-hmm. You don't need me out. I need some.
Here I go, right here too, y'all.
Hmm?
Here I go.
Mm-hmm.
Look, thick right there.
Aya,
Hey, your boy, good.
what's up, girl? How you feeling?
I'm good. How you, man?
Oh, Ty, can you bring my tripod? Can somebody bring my tripod, my little one? I asked
Look,
you to do something already. What's up, G?
yeah, man. I'm just cooling. Yo, I basically, I wanna be a host, man. I wanna do what you do, man. I'm gonna keep it a buck, man. I wanna do what you do. Like, I wanna
And what?
inspire people. I wanna
And what?
learn more about myself and teach people, just about what it is that we're going through. As black men, I just think that's important that more of us do that. And
What?
I was just thinking, like, I was thinking I'd throw you a couple of dollars or something. You let me know what you need. I want to get you on a interview on one of my panels. Well,
We're
basically,
on here.
you would be the panel. Yeah, yeah. Like my girl told me about this. Like I always be talking, I be talking hot shit to a lot of people who don't want to hear it. She be like, "Yo, why don't you just go on YouTube or go on Bigo or go on Tag and find these people who want to talk like you and ah." So she been telling me that shit for the longest, but I kind of thought that shit was bullshit. And then like recently, like 4 or 5 days ago, I got on this shit and I had like a good panel. This girl Goldie, I got on her panel and she was kind of popping. Like she had like 500 people, 600 people in the room, and she just gave me the live. So I was like, damn, this shit kind of high. And I was running this shit for a minute, and then I don't know, something happened. That shit cut off, man. But
You
it
think
just
you,
got
you
me
think you
like,
can be consistent with it?
absolutely,
So
yo.
this is what you do, right? Why don't you use your page you
Mhm.
got right now and just start going live on other people's panel, building up your following, right? Start out light, like build up your following
Mhm.
and shit, and then after that, just you know what I mean?
So that's what I've been doing. Like the past 4 days, I just been jumping on panels. I've been trying to find out like who resonate. You know what I mean? Like shit. Because a lot of niggas they be on mad different shit. I just try to put together like right now I'm just trying to put together holistically my guidelines and my structure to where I could like communicate that clearly because I want when people come to me I want you to know what I'm about. I want you to know like the difference between me and you and the other dude, and you know what I'm saying. I want to be distinct in what I'm doing. So I
Right.
feel
So
like
all you
you.
gotta do is make sure you sit down with yourself, give your name a brand, give yourself a name, a brand, and then stay consistent. Anything you put your energy into consistently is going to bubble. But you got to
All right.
stay through the ups and downs. If this is really for you, it's going to be for you because you're going to be consistent.
All right.
That's the
Nah, I
only thing. Just
appreciate you
stay
supporting.
consistent and get
Mhm.
organized. As soon as you can be consistent, be organized. So there's 3 C's to success. We call them the 3 C's. We go like this: the 3 C's to success. And one is communication. The second one is no. The first one is commitment, communication, and consistency.
Mhm.
Right.
Commitment,
So you want to
communication.
you want to you want to get committed first. Committed to something that you want to do. Finding
Mhm.
your purpose. When you in your purpose, you can do it forever. It's not even about money for you. It's about this is what you do, and you're gonna stay consistent, and then you gotta stay consistent. That's it. Then once you stay
Yeah, I
consistent,
appreciate
like
it.
organizing.
Well, let me ask you this. I do want to ask you some questions too. Like about like death. Like, what do you think happens when you die? But well, I got you. I went too deep, my fault. We was on
No,
some
no,
light
no, no,
shit,
no,
and I
no.
just went all the way.
No, that's a good question.
I've been thinking about this. So my girl, just before you even go, my girl, right? She had a experience 2 years ago where she was like literally she was clinically dead, and she had to be in a coma for 2 months. And after she got out, she had the whole recuperation process, the rehabilitation process, and all that stuff. So she good now. She still certain things she gotta deal with, but it's all getting better, like mainly with nerves and stuff like that. But she always tell me like when she was like clinically dead, she said she ain't see nothing. She said it was just dark and real warm. And I guess after a while, then she started like going somewhere else. Like cause she said she when she first remember like being dead, so to speak, it was nothing. It was just a warm feeling, and she just felt like at peace. And she said it was just like dark, but like she was conscious, but it was like pitch black darkness. I had a friend. He always used to say the triple black, where we all come from. We all come from the triple black, triple darkness. But like the womb, right? The womb, triple darkness. You know what I'm saying? That's where we created. But I don't know, cause I was studying. You ever heard? I'm sure you heard of Bobby Hemmett. Yeah, I'm sure you heard. So I was looking at one of his lectures, and he was talking about a Galdabroth, like the snake that eat us up when we dead. Like it's like going into the light. He said that's a Galdabroth. That's the snake, a Galdabroth, this entity swallowing you back up, so you come back here and you reincarnated back here, right? And I be really trying to figure this shit out, bro. Like Tupac said, my only fear of death is coming back reincarnated, right? And the nigga Bobby Hemmett said, you ain't supposed to go to the light. And then when I looked into the light, it's a lot of depictions of the light being a Galdabroth. And you know that snake that's devouring its own tail? You know that symbol? And they say that's a symbol of a Galdabroth, or like basically we trapped in this motherfucker. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is a nigga keeping us trapped. And we really supposed to go on. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if we're supposed to go on and create our own shit after this or whatever the case may be, but I just don't feel like a lot of people kind of preach, especially conscious people, they kind of preach the reincarnation. I just want to know what you think about that shit.
Hold on, real quick. Let me get my chart.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm back. Well, to understand death, you got to understand life. Huh? Yeah, to understand death, you got to understand life. And to understand life, you got to understand death. And wise men think about death. That's what they say, right?
Right.
To me, the best way to understand death is by examining our dreams.
Mhm.
We have to understand, in order for us to understand death, or if we want to understand the future of something, we have to understand not only the past, but what's going on right now, right? So we study the past to understand what's going on right now and what can come, right?
Right.
So I urge you to look at a more better question than what's going to happen after you die. How do you dream?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I
How?
see where you're going.
Because it seems that you go into darkness every night.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And out of that darkness, we have a dream.
Right.
But what is the light that lights up your dream? How do you
Right.
get a body in your dream? How do you have a
Right.
body in your dream? How can you feel in your dream? You know, your wife, she said she felt warmth. How did she feel without a body?
Right.
And if her
Right.
body was dead, she was dead on the table, then what body did she use to feel the warmth of that darkness? And if she's seen darkness, what was the eyes that could see the darkness? Right? When you close your eyes, what do you see?
Darkness.
How can you see darkness?
Yeah. I know what you're saying. Yeah. I get what you're saying.
How,
So,
how can you see darkness? What does it mean to see?
right.
What does
That's a
it
good.
mean to see? You're seeing, but we don't know what it means to see because you can see darkness.
That's a good question. Cause I'm seeing right now. I'm seeing this truck in front of me. But if I close my eyes, I could make this white truck red. I see a red truck now, but the truck that's actually in front of me is white though. But now it's a red Ford that I'm looking at. So, right, right, exactly. And also, let me tell you about this experience, right? So one time I was meditating as I was going to sleep, and yo, I swear to God, bro, it felt like I felt myself going to sleep. Like I don't know if this makes sense, but you never remember when you went to sleep. It's always like an unconscious, oh, you just wake the fuck up. I swear to God, it's like I felt myself going to sleep. And you know what it felt like?
Dying.
It was turning inside out. It felt like I was turning inside out, bro. Like, I know that shit probably sound crazy to the motherfucker, but the only thing I could compare it to is when I first got on the meditations, and I was like, I was doing that shit hard. Like I was doing that shit hard. Like I was doing every meditation I could, and I was doing it to have a out of body experience. You know what I mean? Because I wanted to get to the bottom of this shit. I'm like, all right, well, if it's life after death, then I got to be able to have a fucking out of body experience, or else that shit ain't true. Period. So I'm like, you know, trying to do that shit. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I scared the shit out myself, bro. Like I was working on my breathing, right? And you know, everybody was saying how important the breathing was, so I was working on my breathing, and I felt that similar feeling. It's like I was moving. I was sitting in the chair. I did it when my mom's in the kitchen because I like at that point, like I felt comfortable because my mom's was in the kitchen. You get what I'm saying? So I knew it was that good spirit right there. So I'm like, let me do this shit now. All right, boom. So I'm sitting there. I put blankets over my head, right? And you know, just so it'd be completely dark. Put blankets over my head. And I'm sitting there, I'm getting comfortable as fuck. So I just start working on the breathing. So I'm like forcefully using my diaphragm to breathe, right? Forcefully, boom, boom. So I'm doing the shit, you know. It's cool, little tingle, you know, nothing crazy. But it just got me like sunk into something, like, I don't know if you want to call it sunken place, but I just felt like I was sinking in. And I kind of got like lost in the darkness and lost in my breathing. Like I was conscious of it at first, but then it's just like I was just doing it. Like it went back voluntary, but I still was using the force. Like I still was using my diaphragm with that extra power, like not regular breathing. You know what I'm saying? Like really pushing the air out, really drawing it in. And it felt like, you know how you on the beach and you stand there and the water come up and then it'll go back and you feel like you're moving?
Mm-hmm.
I felt that feeling like I was moving up. Like the kitchen is this way. I'm sitting in the chair. My mom's over there. I felt like I was moving toward the kitchen, literally, like out the chair, moving toward the kitchen. I stopped to meditate. I stopped the breathing shit immediately. Like, oh shit, nah, oh fuck that. And it felt like literally like something just sucked me back. Like something sucked me back. And I ain't gonna lie, I ain't meditate for like maybe like 6 months after that. Like, it scared the shit out of me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was like I almost really got what I was asking for, but it was like a little introduction, and I never really went all the way through it, but it scared the shit out of me, and it kind of just piqued my interest more to see like what's going on with this death thing. But yeah, that's one of my anecdotal stories. Meditation is dangerous. Yeah, I found that shit out. Meditate to become the room. I'm not sure about that, but what you mean when you meditate, you become the room, Isaac? That's one of your people, Nature? Roxy the God?
Yeah.
You said when you meditate, you become the room.
She can come up. She ain't got a cam up. She can do the audio.
Is he drinking Kratom? Nah, I ain't drinking Kratom. I'm drinking sea moss, cloves, cinnamon, oregano, and some other stuff. My girl put some other stuff in here. Bitter as fuck, but it should be making me feel good. Trying to eat to live, man. But yeah, Nature. Yeah, I just applaud you, bro, because one thing I got on yesterday, I ain't get to say it to you, but I was watching you for a minute, bro, and one thing I really admire about you, like, on some G shit, I don't admire niggas, man. Like, I got a father, my nigga. Like, that's as far as the admiration usually go for me, you feel me? But what I realize is having that admiration for him allowed me to see, like, you know what I mean, who really deserving of it. You get what I'm saying? And in my eyes, you definitely deserving of it, because if nothing else, I don't care if a nigga don't agree with nothing you say, you stand on the shit you fucking believe, bro. And we need black men like that. You know why? Because if we had black men truly standing on what they believe all around, we wouldn't have to believe the same thing. We still acknowledge each other and we still lift each other up, and it wouldn't be no war, because it's genuine. I feel like when you genuinely growing and you genuinely making a difference and doing what you want, you can't really go at nobody who doing the same thing. They don't agree with you. You feel me? But go ahead, I'm gonna let
Artist.
be loud.
Yeah. No, I agree with you, Artist. I believe he has good leadership skills. But I have a few questions for Nature Boy. Nature Boy, you a polygamist, obviously, right?
Yeah.
What religion do you know of that allows polygamy?
Islam.
Islam. Do you believe in a higher power?
I believe that we are the power. I believe that
We are the power.
I believe that reality exists because of me. That I'm the source of reality, as well as you from your perspective. I believe that I am the creator. I am God, meaning that all that I see, the person that told me about God is a figment of my imagination. The book that you gave me that made me look at it and understand what God was, that was a part of my five senses. When we talk about reality, we're talking about what comes from our five senses. I am
Fair
the
enough.
source. I am the source behind my five senses. You understand what I'm saying?
Before you were Nature Boy, before you were Nature Boy, what were you?
I was lost.
You were lost. Before you were lost, what were you?
I was searching,
You were searching.
becoming.
Before you were searching, what were you?
I was nothing.
You were nothing. So who was the creator that created you from nothing?
Me.
So you created yourself?
Yeah.
Do you remember your conscience? Do you remember how you created yourself?
Well, I wrote many things within this reality to remind me of how I created myself, many creation stories. But the one thing that allows me to understand how I created myself, is what I was just talking about, my dreams. We go into darkness. We go into darkness every night, and out of that darkness comes the light of my mind.
No,
And
no, I understand that. That's everything. That's post. That's everything past when you found yourself. I'm talking about pre Nature Boy, pre when you were in your dad's nutsack, and then
okay,
you penetrate, and then it ejaculated from the penis into your mother's vagina, and
okay,
then the ovary and all those eggs they mixed, and then Nature Boy came to be. Who did that?
me,
You did that.
yes.
What's your proof for that, Nature Boy?
Quantum physics, the observer's effect.
Quantum physics.
Quantum physics,
So we all created
the observer's
ourselves.
effect. Not separate of the
It's
observer.
cutting out. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I don't know if you can hear me.
Oh, sorry, I couldn't hear you. I didn't hear that last part. Go ahead, Nature Boy. Go ahead.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Go ahead.
Okay, so the observer is not separate of the observation. What we observe, we are not separate from the observation. The observer is beyond the observation. I don't know if you can understand that. Signal's really acting up today.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you hear me? Okay, I'm back. Medine, come back so we can build again. I had to restart my phone. Can you guys hear me now?
Your audio's coming through clear, your video's just choppy.
It's lagging again. Damn. Hey, Medine, come back. I had to turn my Wi-Fi off. That's another thing. The Wi-Fi is no good here. Okay, so I'm ready for.
It's way better now.
Here we go, Medina. Yeah.
All right, I think we're better now.
Okay, ready to dive deep.
Now, mashallah, man, I like a lot of stuff that you're doing, man. So everything that comes out of my mouth is hopefully positive, inshallah. Now, you talked about quantum physics. Now, are you saying that from a masculine point of view or a feminine point of view? Because women throw out stuff there. They throw out stuff, and if we don't understand it, they just expect us to believe it. Now, if you truly studied quantum physics and that's what you truly believe, I'll take it from you. Have you done that?
Where's my quantum physics book? Where's my quantum physics book? And why is it not in my library?
Yo, get him his quantum physics book, man. What's wrong with these girls, man?
So where's my quantum physics book?
Oh man, this is what I love, man. I love entertainment, and I love how people
Physics
just.
book, please. Because this shouldn't be out of my library. Y'all have your own copies. Don't touch my copies ever. No, you read your own. See, let me see. You read your own. Don't you have copies of these books? Yes. So you don't touch these books. These are mine. Y'all got your own copies of your books in your library, right?
Yes.
Okay. Hey, but no, you have to use. I thought this was yours. That's why I thought seen. But this right here,
Okay.
quantum
Nice.
physics. No, so when you say do I study it,
Yeah.
I not only study it, I teach it. I got hours and hours of teaching quantum physics and the holographic universe.
So those books, because my question to you, Nature Boy, those books prove that you created yourself from
Yes,
sperm
yes, with facts, not
with facts.
fiction. Okay,
Can you state like one fact that we
okay,
can all agree upon?
okay, yes. Hold on, quick.
No problem. Take your time.
How do your eyes work?
How do your eyes work?
This is where I always teach people from.
Okay.
If you understood how your eyeballs actually work, it is a phenomenon in itself. Okay?
Okay. Go ahead. Enlighten me.
Okay. So your eyeballs are connected to an optical nerve. What you are seeing is not real. It's actually electrical signals being perceived by the brain, which is encased in darkness. The brain is telling you what you're, because when light photons hit the retina of your eye, it sends an electrical signal to the brain, which is encased in darkness, who has never seen the outside of the world, but the brain is telling the eyes what it's seeing. So the brain is encased in darkness. It has never seen the external world, yet the eyes are receiving electrical signals, and the brain is telling the eyes what it's seeing, it's telling your ears what it's hearing, telling your nose what it's smelling, what it's tasting, what it's feeling. It's
Yes.
encased in darkness. How can the brain, which is encased in darkness, has never seen the external world, interpret these electrical signals, which tells the mind what it's seeing, hearing, tasting, and feeling? This is to
Okay.
be thought about. Number one, this is to be thought about.
Okay.
This is actual facts. You understand the
Now,
nervous
just on
system?
that point, Nature Boy, just on that point, are all our brains similar? Are all our brains similar? Do we see the same?
In that regard, yes, because your brain and what you're seeing, what you're
Okay.
what you're tasting, we have five senses that we generally have, and it's connected to our nervous system.
So you said we created ourselves, though, right? We created
Um,
ourselves. How come I created myself identical to yourself, that you see behind you a red flower and I also see a red flower behind you? How come I created myself like you? You created yourself.
because we're the same species.
We're the same species. Okay. Okay.
Each species has a similar experience collectively.
But each God is the creator, though, right? I thought you were God. So, like, when you're godly, you're your own creator, aren't
Right.
you?
So
Not
basically,
every masterpiece, not every painting is going to be the same,
right.
correct?
So are you gonna let me talk? Or you
Yeah, go ahead. No, go
okay.
ahead.
So basically how it works is this. I am God and you are God and everything is God talking to itself. So basically you are me in a parallel universe seeing life from your perspective. The truth is what we all are. And each one of us are the truth, seeing the truth from different perspectives. So every perspective it's the truth of the truth from a perspective, if you can understand what I'm saying to you. So you are me in another parallel universe of me talking to me from a different perspective. As God
Mm-hmm.
talks to itself, as Allah is talking to itself through its own creation. So everything is this one being broken up into many different versions of itself, figuring out what it is.
Okay, so we're all connected to one being.
No, we are that being. For instance,
We are that being.
I'll give you an example.
Okay.
Make it a little more clear. The cells in your body, you look at yourself as one being, but scientifically, you are trillions of cells, 50 billion cells moving as one being. Now, the one cell cannot say it is the being, but it is a fractal version of the being, and all of us collectively make up this being. So all of the cells of your body collectively make up you.
Okay.
The same way I'm telling you that we are one being in many units of this being, if you can understand what I'm saying to you. So the cells in your body cannot see you, but they know that there's a higher power that exists. That higher power is the mind. But the cells that make up this body look at you as God or you Allah. They can't see you, but they make up what you are. Just the same way with
Okay, I see
us.
it.
We can't see Allah, but we make up what Allah is. If that
Okay.
makes any sense.
Okay. So no, that does actually make sense. Actually, it does make sense. So, my next question then would be, since that is the case, and you being the creator of yourself, what is the purpose of life?
To know thyself, to figure that out.
To know that. Okay, so if a person died not knowing himself, he failed in life.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Okay. And how do you go about getting to know yourself?
Well, you must seek divine knowledge of self. You must seek to know what you are, what we are, how we got here. Who is this? What is this? Even the idea of you learning of what Allah is. Someone from an external world, through your five senses, told you that Allah was the reason why we were here, and you believed it. You just believed it. And because you believed it, and you was under that belief system, and the belief system is very, very it's very crucial to understand how the belief system works, right? So if I tell you that Santa Claus exists, right? I can tell you that Santa Claus exists. If you believe it, then Santa Claus becomes very real. And then what happens is because you believed it, your experiences that you put into it, Santa Claus becomes something very real to you. Now, why would I give you a belief system? Because I'm trying to make you do a particular thing, right? So in Christmas, we want our children to do good. We tell the children, if you do good, Santa Claus is going to give you a gift. And the kid believed it. Same with the tooth fairy. If you put the tooth under the pillow, the tooth fairy will give you $1 or give you some money. And it's a way to make the child who can't understand or conceptualize a thing do what you want them to do. Because you understand what I'm saying? So as we grow older, we have to understand that religions are belief systems that humans have made up to make other humans do what they wanted them to do. And
Okay, this is where I gotta disagree with you with. And you're breaking up again. You're breaking up, but I gotta disagree with you here because do you know what all the prophets and messengers called for? But before I even get there, man, I don't want to get that deep. I want to ask you something. You said you created yourself, or we created ourselves. Now, who created Mercury, Mars, the moon, the sun, the solar system, how everything aligns and works? Who created that?
you,
We also created that? And what's your proof for that one?
because it cannot exist without you observing it.
It cannot exist without you observing it.
Yeah, you are dreaming. In your dream,
So this is a dream. This is a dream we're living in.
absolutely.
So after this dream, when you wake up from your dream, is that when you die?
hmm
And where do you go after that?
Depends.
Where do you think we go?
Depends on what you've done. But we all have to answer for what we do here. I can tell you,
Well, answer to who? Answer to who? We're the God. Answer to who? We're the God.
answer to you.
We got to answer to ourselves.
Let me explain to you.
So,
Let me
so
explain.
we can
What you call Allah,
purposely put ourselves in harm's way and then come back and ask ourselves why we did it. Or we can do that. Okay, now explain that part, please.
it's called
You
being
don't mind?
multidimensional. If you have a video game, right, and you're looking at the video game from within the player, you're inside the player. This is what we call the third dimension. And if you go to the fifth dimension, which is outside the car or outside the player, now you are looking at the player from a different perspective. It's all perspective, right? So when you're inside of your ego or your character, when you're walking around, if you're not connected to the fifth dimension, which is actually looking down and understanding things from a full perspective, then you're walking around and you can say that Allah has told me. You can say Allah, you can say God, you can say the universe. But when you know who you are and when you have gone to the fifth dimension, seen everything for what it truly is, and then you filter yourself back and when you are conscious and you are awake in the third dimension, you are now knowing that I am my higher self. And I'm walking around this third dimension, and you become one with that which is, and this is what Jesus was saying, I and my Father are one. So you become the I am. You understand? The I am consciousness, when you're fully awakened, a truly awakened being, becomes one with what is. But if you are not awakened, then you are still in your third dimensional being, and you're calling your higher self Allah. And there's nothing wrong with that, right? But the only thing wrong with that is that you never discover that it's your mother and father that bought you the gifts, and Santa Claus is not real until you die. When you die, you realize, oh shit, Santa Claus is not real. My mom and dad bought me those gifts. The truth is, you are Allah. It's been you. You are in your ego, which is your finite being, and you're stuck there. And the mission in this whole life is to become one with Allah, and become one, which is. That is the mission of life, is to evolve your mind and open your mind and expand your mind to a dimension of understanding that I am everything and everything is me, and then coming back to this third dimension or this being, this ego, the filtered version of what you are, and coming in and living as a fractal piece.
Okay.
The fractal means
Okay.
that you're not just a drop in the ocean. You're the whole ocean in a drop. So, if we was to break a piece of glass into trillions of pieces, one piece of glass is that glass. It cannot be nothing but that glass. And if we took from that, this is why they can take a dinosaur's fossil and make a whole dinosaur from just something diluted as a fossil. Because you only need a little bit of one thing to make the whole of it. Because the little bit of it is the fractal piece of what it is, meaning that it's the whole piece of the whole thing. So you are a fractal piece of a whole thing, meaning that you are a whole thing within a whole thing, within a whole thing, within a whole thing, within a whole thing, fractically, eternally. If you can understand what I'm saying.
Like I said, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna be here and be fake and say I totally understand what you're saying. I see where you're coming from. I really do see where you're coming from. There is a perspective there that should be analyzed. But what did you say? Where do we go? You said where do we go after death? Though you said is there like a place for the bad people and the good people, or no?
Well, what happens is when you die, you don't die, right? Because we're consciousness, right? And consciousness decided to become humans. We decided to become human for a purpose. That purpose was to add to humanity, to make humans better. Your consciousness could have been an ant and went to ant affairs to make ants better, but you came to be a human to make humans better. This is why you became a human. You became a human to make humans better, to make human evolve in consciousness so that humans can survive within the being that we are in. So what you have to realize is that you never stop being consciousness. So you never truly die.
Where?
You
That's
just,
what I mean. That's what I mean. Like, where's our consciousness going though after this though?
all right. So your consciousness, it separates from this reality and it goes back to its source. Now, because you're a piece of what you are, you go back to your source. When you go into your source consciousness and you return back to the light, from which we all come from, you might call
Where
that
is that located?
you
Where is that located?
might call that light Allah. I call that light my higher self because there's no separation. And so I'm not separate of Allah. Allah is my higher self. Right? So I'm going back to my higher self to be judged for the things that I've done within this human experience. Now, Allah will not judge me. Allah is my source. My source it will only love me and forgive me. It will say you have done nothing wrong in my eyes because everything is what it is, and I love you. The thing is, will I be happy with what I did? Will I feel worthy enough to cross over into that eternal love? When I look at my life and it be pleased back to me, will I feel worthy enough to enter the eternal life? You will judge your own self. Because this beautiful light will accept you. It will say, come on, I love you. And you will say to yourself, I am not worthy. I have not done what I was supposed to do. I see all my mistakes. I must reincarnate. I must do this again. Or if you have not done what you're supposed to do, you will see in your life where you have came in contact with your higher self numerous of times. You ignored it. And you will not give yourself that love, that eternal love that wants to give you, that cover you in that blanket of love. You will not give yourself that love, and you will put yourself in a state of regret and guilt because you're going to feel guilty in the presence of Allah. When you look at your life and what you've done, the time you wasted doing the bullshit you were doing, you're going to look at your life and you're going to know this light without knowing it. You're going to consciously just understand the love that you are and what you are and look at what you did compared to what was given to you. You was given a human life. Here's what you did with your human life. Are you proud of what you've done? If you're not proud of what you've done, you will live a lifetime in regret and guilt. And this is a place. Regret and guilt is a vibrational state of mind. That is what we call hell. This is called Hades. Hades is a place that people regret and they feel guilty for not doing what they were supposed to do, even though they were given the signs anyway. So throughout everyone's life, no matter who you are giving the truth, whether you like to hear it or not. And when you realize you did not accept that truth, you will go to Hades. Hades is a place where people take themselves to repay their debt for not listening. Here you are in opportunity in this place that you're in right now. This is a proving ground. You're here to prove that you are worthy to cross over into eternal life. But where we at right now, this is a chance and opportunity. So if we can put this place that we're in right now, this dimension that we're in called humanity, this place will be called chance and opportunity. Every day you get up, you're getting a chance after chance after chance. Let me finish. A chance after chance to do the right thing, right? When you die, you're gonna look at your life and you're either gonna be say, it's gonna be job well done. I accept life. I accept love. I am love. I'm one. And you're gonna cross over. If you don't cross over, you're gonna go into a hell state. And in this hell state, it is a reality just like this, where you have a body. Just like in your dreams, you give yourself a body in your dreams. You can feel it. There's mental realms where you, just like when you dream, in your dream, there's a lion chasing you. You got shot, you got burnt, you had sex. You can feel in your dreams with another body. In your dreams, you have a whole other body. You're talking to somebody else. Your mind giving you these things from your subconscious, and they seem very well until you wake up. There's actually a place that vibrates to the frequency of guilt and the frequency of regret for not doing what you were supposed to do at that time, that proving ground you was in. This place takes you to a reality where you have a body and you're torturing yourself in this place. And this is called Hades. This place is called Hades. This place, I've been there.
And that's for eternity. And you said that's for eternity.
Not eternity, because time doesn't exist outside the realm of existence as far as
Okay, so how long is that for then?
until you are ready to level up, until you are ready. There's people there that keep themselves there. Like, there's people in this life right now, right, that torture themselves because of their lack of knowledge and understanding. So in this realm, you're still given an opportunity, but you're still regretting and you're still in guilt for what you've done, and you're paying for it. So you're in this situation where you're paying off your debt and your karma. So it's like a prison state, and people are torturing you, and the other people that's torturing you is you torturing yourself, because that's how much you want to get back to that light. You will torture yourself, and hell is for purification until you learn. And when you learn your lessons, you evolve past the levels of Hades back to opportunity, back to proving grounds. Here's the proving grounds. It's in the middle. There's levels of Hades. There's levels of hell. And then you come back after you learn your lesson, you up, come back to the chance where you prove yourself so you can receive the light. So your soul is given the opportunity. But it is all you. Even when you're torturing yourself and you're in the hell and people are poking you and whatever sick, twisted shit they doing to you in the place that you're in, it is you that's doing it to yourself on a subconscious level. Even right now, right here in this place that we're in the proving ground. If you are in a relationship where you're being tortured, it is you that is doing this to yourself. And we can even say that this place that we're in right now, there's hell states of starvation. There's people with fathom and hunger and pain and suffering. We can even say that this is hell too. That there's people on this planet that are born sick, that come here sick. Why would that soul come here sick? Because it is carnated in here for karma purposes, to purify itself for something that it did before. So even when you see this realm right here, you could say that the African kid that's starving with flies on his face, why would God send that kid here in that situation? Well, maybe it's to pay off a karmic debt. Why would this person over here burn this person alive? There's people torturing people right here in this realm, and people's soul come back to pay off debt. People get raped, people get a lot of things, and their souls coming back here to pay off debt because of the things they're trying to get back to the light. Everyone's trying to get back to the light, but the only way back to the light is a fully upright moral life, It's the only way. You must live as if you are one with the light right now here. You must live in tune with nature. You must go to war with uh, the evil on the planet. You must put in all the work and all the things that says that you are worthy of life and eternal life. You must do it here right now. And I am your Messiah. And I come here to help you and guide you into that light so that you live a life that is worthy of living. And when you're done living, you say, damn, I did good. But you're gonna be hated in this life. People gonna hate
But
you.
how you said? Did you say that you are our Messiah?
Yes.
But I'm content with what I have though. Like, why do
Well,
I need
not
you?
you,
Like,
not you. I'm here for African American people. I'm a black man. I come from niggas, slaves, the lowest on the planet. The people with no last name, don't know the history. I'm the Messiah. I come for the lost, the Jews. I come for the lost. Your people know who you are. You can go back to your legacy. We're not here for you. I'm here for the African American people. You see me? This is the
mm,
body I'm in. This is the body that, not that I am, this is the body that I embody because I'm here for black men and black women and black family. African American people, I'm here to save them because they are the last, but they will become the first.
yeah, that makes sense. But uh, you got a twin out there. You know what's his name? Jimmy Butler, man. You know Jimmy Butler?
Yes, I know you're talking about.
I had to switch the intensity up on you real quick. Jimmy Butler.
I like that.
Listen,
You threw me
hey,
off.
I gotta switch it up. Gotta ease
Yeah,
you
you
down
switched
because
it up on me.
you're in your mode. I see you in your mode. That
Yeah,
that that spiritual mode. So
yeah.
I had to just throw that in there, throw you off a little bit.
Right, but
You know what
like
I mean? But
that's what's hidden here. That's what's hidden. You brought it out because that's who you are. You are someone that's a deep thinker, so you brought that out of me, and you seeked, you
mm,
asked the penetrating questions that brought that out. You know, and it is
mhm,
you that is the one that sees me. I'm not greater than you. There's nothing greater than you. No, nothing can be
mhm,
greater than the observer. Everyone
mhm,
else is, if you can imagine yourself coming into a video game looking for your higher self or the way out of here, how to beat the game. Different versions of yourself are going to give you information that enlighten you so that you can understand who you're supposed to be. So if you find Nature Boy and
all right. Hear me out, Nature Boy. I got an invitation for you if you ever want to come down to Mecca, where Malcolm X got enlightened in Mecca. If you ever want to come down, I got a ticket ready for you and your wives. Don't worry, we'll take care of them too, and we'll bring you all down to Mecca. Maybe, just maybe, when you see the Kaaba, when you see the 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 power that comes from that area, maybe uh it'll change you a little bit. And when I mean change you, I mean enlighten you. That's all. That's all. The
Hmm.
more you travel, the more you get to see things, the more you know. And that's why a lot of brothers.
I would love to take that pilgrimage to there and tape it and show the people. I would love that.
So I'll follow you if you follow me. I can arrange that for you if you want,
Okay.
inshallah. And we can
So
do something like that.
what kind of app? I know you don't have WhatsApp out there. Out there they have what's the name of the app they have out there?
No, we got WhatsApp. No, we got WhatsApp. We got WhatsApp.
Inbox me.
I'll text you my number, inshallah, on WhatsApp.
Okay, cool.
All right,
Where
sounds
you
good.
at? Where you at? You
I
in
appreciate the talk though, inshallah, and hopefully,
where you at though? Are you in Dubai? Where you at?
I'm actually inside. I'm actually near Mecca. I'm actually near Mecca and Medina. No,
Okay,
I'm in Saudi Arabia.
Saudi Arabia. Okay, it's a dangerous place. It's a very dangerous place. Why would you invite me there?
No, it's not. You see what? No. Say that. Hey, what came out of your mouth? What came out of your mouth, Nature Boy? It was a dangerous place. Is that
You
what you
know,
said?
there's a lot of political turmoil out there right now.
You realize No. You see, that's the thing, Nature Boy. That's why I would love for you to travel more and come to these lands to actually see this. You said something ignorant without disrespecting you. You said an ignorant statement, Nature Boy. It
Right,
is
right.
dangerous. I've been living here for 11 years, Nature Boy. The worst thing I seen out here was one drunk guy walking on the street. I never seen a shooting, stabbing, nothing like that. No
Really?
drugs
Okay.
on the street, no crack on the street.
I
I never
apologize.
seen anything like that. So you got to be careful what you state about other countries you never been to.
Right, and
You never
know
been to.
what?
So,
You're absolutely right because I
and I'm not from
traveled.
here.
You
I'm
you're
actually from
absolutely
the
right.
States.
No, you're absolutely right.
I'm
I
actually,
traveled.
so
You're absolutely right. People say a lot of places are dangerous that are not, and I've been all
yeah, no
throughout.
problem, man. No problem.
No,
I
you're
know it
right.
was a quick trigger.
Why does this thing keep doing that? It's saying that.
It's lagging. It's lagging.
It's
But
like,
Nature Boy, I'm gonna hit you up. I'm gonna inbox. I'm gonna send you an inbox, Nature Boy.
okay,
Inshallah.
no problem. Yeah, he's right. I can't judge stuff without I never been there.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, what's going on, Senator? How you been?
I've been good. I had a question.
Yeah.
So I've been like doing like a lot of research and stuff. What do you think about this being a simulation? Do you think this is a simulation, like based on like the theory of the holographic mind?
Right. You're not physical. You're mental. This is a simulation, a video game, so to speak. This is a virtual dream, conscious based simulation. Absolutely.
Okay, so another thing is I had like this weird dream where it's like I wake up inside the dream. Like it's a dream within a dream.
It's a lucid dream.
And
Right.
yeah, it's like a lucid dream. And I'm waking up and I'm like, pinch me to make sure I'm awake. I'm talking to the person in the dream, like, please pinch me to make sure I'm awake. And like, then I finally do really wake up and I'm like, well, how do you know that this is like a real reality or this isn't just like one deeper dimension than the dream realm, like where,
Inception.
like when you're dreaming, you can't touch things physically sometimes. Like it doesn't have like a density to
An
it like
inception.
it does in this reality.
Yeah, you're in an inception.
So, with it being a simulation, um, do you feel that anyone can control their environment the way that you do, or do you think that like you have a special um power, or you possess a special
Well, you know
power
what?
that
I don't. Yeah, because people have aspects within their chart. We go into your natal chart, showing you where you have demons, you have angels, and things that are holding you back, right? And things that are
Mhm.
not allowing you to be certain. Not allowing you to do certain things. We're talking the astrological program. When we go into our squares, our oppositions, and our quincunxes, and our major aspects within our natal chart, we get to see the challenges we have and why we have them. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So in your dream, it's funny you have another body, and I woke up like, what is reality? If that was a dream, what was reality? You know,
Yeah. It's like the more like I'm dreaming and I'm like aware that I'm dreaming, it's like I don't even know like if it's something else that's trying to prevent me from going somewhere else, exploring this realm.
I'm telling you,
Cause
you got to get your natal chart, man.
so
That
my natal chart, it says that I can pull it up right now, but it said that
Have you read your aspects?
Do you go by the sidereal chart or do you go by like the regular
Just a
astrology?
regular tropical. Did you read it? What did it tell you?
That I need to let go like of things in the past. Um, and that I had like a special like ability to talk to people and to that I should put myself on stage and take that chance to do that. But I do music and I do things like I'm really artsy. I play guitar and stuff like that. I do like a lot of stuff secretively, but I have like a fear of being famous. I don't really want the attention, if that makes sense. Like I've had this app for a while and like
But let
people
me ask you
know
a
me to
question.
be a
Let me ask you a
host.
question. You came here as a human to help humanity, to affect as many humans as you can. So
Right.
maybe that's a demon that doesn't want you to be famous.
Mm.
Because you came here to humanity. You're a human being. You're actually a soul. You're a mind, shapeless, formless, right? You came here as a human being. You could have came here to be a fucking ant and handle ant affairs. You came here,
Right.
right? Your soul came here to be a human being. A woman at that, a light-skinned woman, politically at a political time to make human beings. You do not want to die and look at your human life and be like, damn, because I didn't want to be famous, I didn't do this or this. And then see what you could have been and be in regret.
Yeah, like that's something I'm like breaking out of. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to get past that. I think that there is a demon that's holding me back because like I don't know, it's like I don't know why the spotlight like that. It makes me very nervous.
Well,
It gives me like even right now just
I'm gonna
talking
tell
to
you why.
you, like even right now like talking to you, I feel like nervous being on camera.
Well, you
You
gotta
know?
practice. You gotta practice. It gets better. Practice. Keep doing it. That's how I was when I first started. Now I don't give a damn
Yeah, I'm a Virgo.
over
Yeah.
analyzing. But look, I gotta go.
Yeah.
My phone's breaking up really bad. I gotta end this live.
Okay.